Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m.
Many of you say this is your favorite show of the week because on a Throwback Thursday, we go back and we tell amazing stories on Sports Night Amplified with Andile. Last week, it was a heartbreaking story, but it was a tribute as well to Cynthia Chaka. What an amazing story. We've told you the story of Lucas Setola, the wheelchair tennis star, and how he became wheelchair bound. You remember, who can forget the story of Mhlengi Gwala, who had his leg sewn off by a chainsaw. Sewed off, like to the bone even. Those stories have been told, yeah. But are they painful stories that nobody can listen to? No. They're stories of hope. They're stories of victory. They're stories of people that have overcome so much and are still champions. Today is no different. Today is no different. Today, we tell the story of Mondli Khumalo. Mondli Khumalo, like I was saying to touch just now, played for the under-19 cricket team, South African national team, had wishes and stars in his eyes, moved over to the United Kingdom, where he was to begin a life as an international superstar in cricket. Until tragedy strikes. What happened when Mondli ends up in a hospital needing 4 operations and they're saying, we're not sure. You better fly his mother here now because too much blood is bleeding onto his brain. What happened that night? And what has become of Mondli now? We take a break. When we come back, it's a story of triumph. It's a story of victory. It's a story of having overcome with Mondli Khumalo. Mondli Khumalo is our guest. Mondli, welcome and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me as well.
Hey, Doctor, you in the country?
Yes, I am.
When did you arrive?
I arrived yesterday at night, around 8.
Oh, you arrived yesterday, straight home. You in Durban?
Yes.
How's the family?
They're really happy to be back, and obviously every day, so they're really happy.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're back home, man. Mondli, many South Africans, of course, knew of you in that under-19 team, and you've been a budding prospect for so long. You know, they followed your journey and followed your story. How has it been so far? I mean, your story in cricket. I mean, we'll get into other things. I just want to know your story in cricket so far. 22 years old now from when you broke through and we first got to know about you at 18, 19. How has it been?
It's been okay. Obviously, it's sports, so there's going to be ups and downs. But to even have that mentality that I want to go forward with it, it's really been nice. Oh, no. Yeah.
And I can imagine 2020 must have been one of the proudest years for you because, you know, then there was the call-up, then there was the World Cup, there was, you know what I mean, there was so much happening as far as your career direction is concerned.
Yeah, it is. There was a lot happening. Obviously, every youngster would be happy to get the World Cup, and but you have that pressure that you want to win the World Cup and you want to be at the top and to be noticed by the teams as well. But in 2020, it was really, really nice for me to even have a contract for Tuskers as well.
Where in Durban did you grow up? Or in KZN? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in the township, Umlazi.
Oh, Umlazi?
Yeah.
Cricket and Umlazi, how do the two marry each other? I mean, I'm from Elamonti, Nagwamashu, just across from there, Elamonti, and I don't remember driving around Umlazi and seeing boys play cricket. Where does cricket come from?
Maybe because you don't come to a stadium called Kings Wellington Stadium. It's a soccer stadium, so we train in the back of the stadium. There's some cricket nets and some...
I've seen those.
Yeah.
And I mean, when many boys around you are playing soccer, why did you choose cricket?
Because of my cousin as well. He also plays cricket. Mondli Khumalo. He also plays cricket. So, not like I was a cricket fan since I was young, but I just wanted to try out since one of my friends or close friends were playing cricket as well.
And I mean, look at what cricket has done for you. Look at where cricket has taken you, huh?
Yeah.
Let's talk about where cricket has taken you. How did it happen that you get the call to say, hey, you're going to the UK, you're going to go play in the UK? Tell me the story of how that happened.
I think my agent, Robbie Humphries, he started checking up on my game since I was in school, I think. Because the first time he was talking to me, he sent these other videos compared to other games that I was playing, compared to other games that I was playing well. And then after that, he just wanted me to go that side. Since I played, I think I played 5 games for first class since I was in school. And then with S19 as well, that boosted my opportunity to go that side.
And then when that opportunity finally does come, what's the reaction in the home? What's your mom saying? What's your uncle saying? What's the situation when they're hearing, "Hey, you're going to the UK, not for a weekend, not for 2 weeks, Nyana, you're going"?
Like, it was hard to believe it, obviously, to be, because I've been in the UK before with my S19, but to go that side alone.
I mean, you've been there. I can imagine you've been there when you guys were playing as a team. You'd play a couple of games, you'd spend a week or two, maybe even longer, and come back. But this was, you're going.
So it was really, really, like, shocking sometimes. And then after my agent, he wanted me to do my first visa to go that side to complete all those things. I was like, okay, then it's happening. So even in the flight, like, I was like, what's going on? So obviously I had some pressure as well to do well. So there was a lot going on, so yeah.
And did you go, when you leave South Africa to now relocate, do you go by yourself? Or do you like have a family member who's going to help you settle? How does that work? Or hambanje one man?
Yeah, I just go one man.
Haibo.
Yeah.
To a place you have no idea, you know no one, you're just going alone.
Yeah.
And I've often wondered, when you're going to go live in a different, how many bags do you pack? What's the size of your luggage? Because I go for a weekend and I look like I'm never coming back. How do you even begin to pack to go forever?
Obviously, sometimes, I won't say obviously, but most of the time we've been overweight. So I think I pack a lot of clothes. Because I know England is a country that holds a lot. So I pack a lot of clothes. So the only bags I have, it's a big suitcase, a seat bag, a small suitcase that I'm going to take it into the flight, and then a backpack.
And I can imagine Umma and the family, I mean, you were young. It's not like you're in your mid-20s, late 20s. You're barely coming out of your teenage years. You're a young boy. It can't have been easy for your mom.
Yeah, it's really easy because she doesn't have to be looking after me or taking care of me with money and all that. Because at least I'm getting something out of cricket. Not like I'm only going to tours or going to games and I'm going to ask mom to give me a lot of cash with it. So I'm taking that weight from her.
Kodwa Mtungo, you're still umntana kama. Seeing you leave to go to another country when Uma's probably never even gone there herself, it must have been a worrying thing for her. I can imagine, as happy as she was for you, there must have been something at him. Kodwa, I'm sure she said an pum.
Yeah, she's really happy, but she checks up all the time on me. Because I sleep a lot in the UK. Maybe I'll wake up around 10, and then when I wake up, I'll see a lot of messages from my mom, like checking up on me, how I'm doing, is everything okay? Because maybe I think they still playing their role inside of his head or inside of her head that what happened last year as well.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, I want to go into that. Fidos Munda said it's a story of hope and healing. And that's what the purpose of things like this is on a Mondli. As much as it is to celebrate you and the amazing things that you're doing, there's somebody right now, somewhere in South Africa, with the millions that listen to this show, those on Facebook right now across the continent that are watching this show. There's somebody who doesn't know what tomorrow holds for them, who's given up, who's, down and thinking they're out. And it's stories like yours, stories that we tell here every single Thursday that make them realize. And we've had many people say, Andile, after that day, I woke up and washed the next day. I didn't know where I was going, but I knew that I'm going to make something of my life. And it's because of stories of what happened to you last year and where you are now. Let's take a break. When we come back, I want to hear all about it.
Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM.
Let's go to Samir Nokovic now. Tia's Galaxy striker is what I can call him, the former Kaizer Chiefs and Royal AM striker. Tell me, Samir, have you learned your nickname yet? Can you say it properly?
Kokota Piano.
I win.
Right. Yeah, Kokota Piano. Of course. I'm loving it.
And I hear you love listening to piano music anyway.
Yeah, it's really nice. Since the first day I arrived in South Africa. Amazing music, it gives you that kind of rhythm that you're going 100%. By
the way, we need to speak about me being the best man at your wedding. I hear you're going to be a South African Mkwenyana. You must ask somebody when you get home to say, what's a Mkwenyana?
I will ask definitely.
Kokota.
Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Get your spring into action with today's chart toppers.
Give me what you got.
We've got your urban fix covered 24/7. Metro FM. It's where you want to be. Hashtag Throwback Thursday on Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Powered by SABC Sport.
Your voice notes on 060-552-7303. Call line is 086-000-2160. We have Mondli Khumalo on the line, South African cricketer and Petherton cricketer as well in the UK, telling the story of how his dreams unfolded right before his eyes. It must have been a dream come true, though, to be just over teenage years and you're going to go play cricket in the country that founded cricket in the biggest platform in the world, Mondli. Was that part of the dream? Did you ever see that dream? Did you think about that dream? Now that you are there in the UK, you are living it? Oh, Timmy, I think we've lost Mondli there on the line. We're going to try and call him back and see if we can get Mondli back on the line, because we need to get into why is the story what it is? Why is the story so inspirational and so tragic all at the same time? When you have your dream in front of me and it is snatched right before your eyes. 29th of May 2022. I'm pretty sure it's a date that in the Khumalo household, Mlazi, they'll never forget. They'll never forget that date, because they got on that day the call that every parent, every brother, every sister, every family member fears the most. He's here telling the story, which is just on its own miraculous. Mondli Khumalo has joined us. A story of hope and healing, as we do every single Thursday here on the Mighty Metro FM. I think we're just having an issue with the line a little bit, but Timmy is getting Mondli back on the line. It wasn't the greatest of lines, but in the country that we live in, with load shedding being a thing and affecting the reception that we have, and something that we've come to live with and accept, unfortunately. And it's something that we go on with. But we've got Mondli back on the line now. Mondli, there? Timmy, I can see him through the corner of my eye there, working furiously to dial the number and try get Mondli back on the line so we can continue with our conversation. Perhaps let's take a quick break. Remember that your voice notes, you can send them on 086-000-2160 to call. For voice notes, 060-552-7303. Quick break.
Hashtag Throwback Thursday on Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM.
We're speaking to Mhlengi Kwala, who of course is a KZN para-triathlon athlete. An incident on the 6th of March where 3 men held him down. They took a chainsaw to 80% of his right leg and a little bit of his left leg. Today, he's lost his right leg completely.
There was 3 guys that stopped me with a gunpoint. Then they took me to the bush. When I was in the bush, they told me to
to lie down, and then they drag the chainsaw.
No, hold on, Ncube. Hold on. I just want to hear this properly. They take you off your bike. There's a bush nearby. Yes. They drag you, the three of them, to the bush. They took out a chainsaw, you say?
Yeah, and then they start the chainsaw. They start cutting the right leg. And then they cut through, the doctor said they cut through 80% of my leg. They run away after that.
Hashtag Throwback Thursday on Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Get ready to bounce into spring with our hand-picked collection of urban bangers on Metro FM.
Open up, you say you won't judge me. I can tell that you're just trust me. A masterpiece. Let's go.
Let us be your destination for all things fresh and funky this season. Metro FM, it's where you want to be. Hashtag Throwback Thursday on Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM.
We do have with us Lucas Sithole, who's speaking to us all the way from Portugal. What do you remember, Lucas, about Usiswako, Uzanele Sithole, at the time when your accident had just happened?
Fed. I remember when I was lying down in between the railway line. I could hear her voice. She was crying and screaming.
She's got a message that she'd like to share with you.
Isimo sashintsha kakhulu ekhaya njengabantwana bebekhuliswa umama yedwa. Indlela umama ayeyiyo nobuhlungu ayebuzwa ngeke ngikwazi ukubuchaza.
Lucas, that's from your sister.
Ukuzwa nje usisi wami ekhuluma lamazwi onke akakhulumayo kunguyisela inyembezi nosizi nje mfethu kunzima kakhulu.
Hashtag Throwback Thursday on Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM.
It's 29 after the hour 6. It's Throwback Thursday. Mondli Khumalo is our guest, South African cricketer and a man who plays also for Petherton Cricket Club in the United Kingdom. Joining us live from KZN, eThekwini, where his family is from, where he originates from. Telling the story, of course, of just over a year ago. Mondli, going to the UK, playing for a team in the UK, the home of cricket, was that a dream for you? Was this a dream come true now that you found yourself there?
Yes, it's one of my dreams as well, to that side or play county or any academies or club cricket as well.
29th of May, 2022. I'm pretty sure it's a date you're never going to forget, your family's never going to forget.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that day, from the time you wake up to, the next time you wake up, I guess. But what happened on the 22nd of May? 29th of May, sorry.
Waking up in a coma, they said the first thing I said, was wanted to see my mom. And I also believe that most people, before they pass away or they go to another world, they'll say they want to see whatever they loved a lot in earth or in this world. So I also wanted to see my mom as well.
How did it even get to the point where, your mom let you go, your overseas, go live your dream, my son, and now you're waking up from a coma. How did it even come to that? What happened?
We went out with my friends to a nightclub. Obviously, a lot of people, I think they were drunk by that time.
How old are you? How old are you at this point, Mondli?
I was 21.
21.
No, I was 20.
Oh, you're 20. You hadn't turned 21 yet.
Yeah.
You're 20 years old. You are where? In London? Where exactly are you?
We were at Bridgewater.
You're in Bridgewater. Okay. So you go out with your friends?
Yes.
And then what?
And then I think just a lot of people, they forgot about me, that I was in a club as well.
Mm.
So when I was obviously a lot of people would be busy dancing around and all that. And then because I had a game the next day, I was like, no, this is past the time that we wanted to go out. And then I was looking for my friends around. They went there, so I decided to take a taxi.
To go home?
Yes.
Okay.
And then after that, I just woke up in the hospital.
Yeah?
Yeah. But everyone, they said that while I was still waiting for the taxi, some other guy attacked me from behind.
So
I don't know what he used to hit me as well.
You're just standing there waiting for a taxi, because you're trying to go home to go rest before curfew for the game the next day. In the streets, and the next thing you wake up in a coma.
Yeah.
And when you find out a little bit later, and as we know the story now, somebody just comes up from behind you and hits you with an object over the head.
Yes.
For no reason? Is there somebody that you had a fight with? Is there a girl that you probably smiled at? Did you try and even think about the why?
No, I did think about it, because I'm not the type of guy who's violent or trying to annoy people or do that. So I did think about it, but I told myself that I can't be thinking about that because I want to move forward as well.
So you have no memory of how you ended up in that hospital bed?
Just that. I only remembered myself waiting for the cab, and
that is something else. And then, what did the doctors say to you? How bad was it? What was the extent of the damage that was done?
It was really bad, because for them to open my scar and put it on my stomach, and then they said there were a lot of blood inside my scar, so they had to do, because I went after that for like 4 operations or 3 in my head. So it was really bad, because they thought I was going to stay in a coma for 2 months as well.
Wow. 3 operations, opening your skull, draining the blood, and trying to keep you alive and, keep you out of the coma, because you were in a coma for so long, you're in a hospital for so long. So you wake up. After how long do you wake up from the time that, according to your memory, from the time that you were hit to the time that you wake up, how much time has passed?
They said I woke up after 4 days. And a lot of doctors, they were shocked about that as well.
Didn't expect you to wake up.
Yeah, they thought it was going to take me 2 months or something.
Those that thought you'd wake up, those that were even shocked to see you wake up.
Yeah.
And from what you know, when does the family find out what's happened?
They said when I was going crazy before they did operations, because I wanted to go home. I thought I was in South Africa for that, so my mind was confused.
And you have no family around there. It's just you. You're sitting in a hospital. Yeah. You think you're home, but no one's coming to see you. No one, and the first thing you ask for is your mother. Yes.
Because even my friends, that's like, they thought maybe I was too drunk, maybe I'm sleeping in the road, or I can't even make it to the game before they heard I was in the hospital.
Because then, obviously, the next day you're supposed to be at work, you're supposed to be at the game, and you're not pitching.
Yes.
And everybody's like, "Yo, we heard he went out, so he must have, ill discipline must have gotten him Gandhi."
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the case, do you know?
Sorry?
Do you know whatever happened to the case? The man that hit you, the story did go out to say there was a man that hit you. Did they ever find him? Did they ever pursue the case? Was there ever anything litigiously done after that?
Yeah, they did find him, but I think he's going to his trial next month.
Do you want to know why? Do you care? Do you want to find out from this man, why did you do this to me?
Yes, I really want to know, because I almost lost my life.
And because he hasn't gone to court yet, obviously it means, you haven't gotten to that point.
Mm.
You'd love to know why, Mondli. Why did you do this to me?
Yes, I really want to know. Because I was thinking a lot that maybe he was sent by someone But I was like, well, how would he be sent by someone to kill me?
Do you think that was his intention? Do you think he actually he wanted to kill you?
I think he wanted to kill me.
Do you know how many times you were hit? Was it just the one time?
I don't know how many times. But I also remember when I tried to ask him why did he attack me, and then I think he just kept on going.
This was during the time?
Yes.
So as this man is attacking you, as he's getting within a centimeter of taking your life, you're asking him, why are you doing this to me?
Yes, because I didn't understand why.
You're in a foreign country, Gyabanda, you've got, a match tomorrow, your family's nowhere near you, and boom.
Yeah, because I also thought about that after all operations, that so I was supposed to die in England or what. So I was questioning a lot, even though I couldn't talk to God directly, but I was questioning it about me dying to England.
Yeah, I can imagine that, Mondli. Did he send me all the way to your fellow England?
Yes.
That crossed your mind at that time. When is the first time you get to speak to your mother?
I think after everything, like they did operations, and then I don't know what stage was it, but I woke up and then I just wanted to talk to my mom. And then in that day, I think they were just landed in England as well.
Why your mother?
I think because I play cricket because of her, because she's been through it. For her to look after us after we lost our dad in 2011, that's too hard for her as well. So wherever I'm walking in the cricket field, I also think about her, about all those tough times she's been through.
All right, Mondli, I want you to pause there. I want to take a quick break because I want to tell you something, and I want somebody else to tell you something as well. But just hold on. Don't put that phone down. If you're just joining us, it's a Throwback Thursday on the Mighty Metro FM, the biggest platform for all things sport. On a Thursday, we tell stories. We tell stories of hope. We tell, amazing stories of healing. And a man that can teach us all a thing or two is Mondli Khumalo, who's had to overcome so much. We've got him on the line right now from eThekwini. Mondli, thank you so much once again for joining us and, sharing with us a story of hope and healing. A story that I'm very sure is going to help so many more South Africans that are listening to this and people around the world when this story reverberates. Because the last time we heard of the story was when the incident had just happened. Now, you must be on the back burner of healing. Since this conversation has started, you speak about your mother. From even before you got injured, you're speaking about your mother. If umawube mamele njengamanje Mondli, and gazi to ma uzwa kahle kancane uma ukhuluma isiZulu. If your mother, who you say has done so much for you, was listening right now, and I want the country to know about umawako, what would you say to her? What is your message to your mother if she could hear you right now?
Ukuthi indlela okwazile ukuthi sithathe ngayo sibambe ngesandla. Not even ukuthi sibambe ngesandla, but besibambe, I would say ukuthi besibambe ngamazinyo kahle kahle. Because ukuthi umsebenzi wakhe bekumsebenzi ukuthi sizofika eziyane sicela ingubo zaKhisimusi kanje. I told that since I was young ukuthi yabona ke Mondli akusiyona ilo life ozoyiphila la. Yabo. So when life ozokwazi ukuthi ungene esitolo uma into ithanda okwazi ukuthi uyithole izandla zakho nenyawo zakho. So God. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening to you. I can hear you loud and clear. All right, Timmy's taking the line back so that we're able to get that there. A fascinating story. And there's one thing every single Thursday when we do these amazing stories. It was the same with Cynthia Chaka. It was the same with Donald, who His mother carried him on his back every single day because he couldn't walk, to walk kilometers just to get him to a hospital. There's one theme that we get every single Thursday, and that is the love of a mother. Every single Thursday it comes through. The support of a mother, the love of a mother, and how it's propelled all these people that come on here to tell their stories. There's something in that, isn't there? It's not a coincidence that every single week that's the story. I'm just so heartbroken that, the Lions are not allowing us to have a flowing conversation with Mondli. They're not allowing us to have a conversation that allows us to be in that moment and keep us in that moment. But nonetheless, wherever it is that you're sitting, I'm hoping that you're able to take something from this, because that's why we do this. Every other day we give you current news, breaking news, we speak to current players. But these are humans too, and they overcome so much in order for, the stories to be told. I'm hoping we've got Mondli back now. Mondli? Ngiyathemba sanqamuka Mondli.
Yeah, say we're right, man.
All right, no, I'm glad to hear it, and thank you so much once again for sharing your story. And I was saying a little bit earlier, just when the phone was down, Uguti, there's something about Oma, Indlela, abantu who get onto this line every day speak about what their mothers have done for them. What's your mother's name?
Mondli Khumalo.
Mondli Khumalo.
Yes.
I've got your mom on the line.
Yeah.
I've got your mom on the line. Mom Sibongile.
Sorry?
No, I've got your mother on the line as well here. Mom Sibongile.
Hello.
Unjani ma?
Ngiyaphila njani?
Ngiyaphila. Ukhuluma no-Andile kwa-Metro FM. Sikhuluma noMondli ngodaba lwakhe nento afikelele kuyona wazafika la ekhona. Kuyo yonke into ayishoyo ma utshela abantu umhlaba wonke la emsakazweni ukuthi ngilento engiyona ngenxa kama. Ngilento engiyona ngenxa kama. Ma awungitsheleke umuntu okhulise ingane wayifaka ku cricket wayifundisa ukuthi imele kuko konke lokhu afikelele kuona uziyofika nawe e-UK ngenxa yakhe uzizwa kanjani ma?
Ngijabule Nkosi yami, ngiyajabula nje ukuba nengane engilalela ngalolu hlobo kusukela ekhula nje Nkosi yami. Le ngane ilalelayo umuntu ngumthuma noma ungamphindisa kangaka esitolo akadinga Nkosi yami, umntana amphindela noma kangaka. And nje amazi umntana ongadinga lo hlobo, even ngisho kusakhona umkhulu la ekhaya ebeke umthumatha akahambe umlandela i-print out lishife ilanga abuye na aphinda athi hamba ungifakele ilotho moni ahambe ukuthi amangadini wazi wathi umkhulu uMr Mudli wathi uNkulunkulu akubusise mntaka kancane ngendlela nje okuhlonipha ngayo ingane nje ilungele engenayo nje inkinga ungayithuma ngapha nangapha ingabe nankinga. So nje ngiyambonga uNkulunkulu ngendlela enza ngayo, ngazi ukuthi ukhuliswe nje umama nobaba kanti ngimkhulise nje ngiyi-single parent, kodwa nje ngendlela ayiyona ngathi nje bekukhona nobaba wakhe ekhula.
Manje kama umumazi lo muntu onjalo lesehlakala lesahlakala ngomhla ka-29 kuMeyi mesifika kuwena kuthiwa nangomuntu sebambelele ngocicane lesesenzeka kulonyaka odlule ngomhla ka-29 kuMeyi.
Angifuni uqamba manga leso simo ngendlela esafika ngayo. Safika inhliziyo yami yabuhlungu ngangikhala imini nobusuku ngithi kodwa Nkosi yami uma sekuhamba lo mntwana okuyena osipha isinkwa nobeka isinkwa etafuleni ngizoba yini. Ngakhuleka ngacela nje uNkulunkulu ukuthi ngiyacela ukuba Nkosi yami angisize kulo yonke lento yehlelo ngoba nami ngangihamba nje ngisuka la ngingazi kwenzakaleni ngendlela abenza ngayo nje ngase ngitshela ukuthi bayangifihlela ngoba iziza nje mina ngashaya i-passport ngashaya namhlanje ngasasa yaphuma ngayekwazi ngaya kwiziza ngabuka nje yonke into iyafast ngazibuza ukuthi kodwa Nkosi yami ngabe khona nabangifihlela kona ngihamba nje endleleni nje nginalomkhuleko engiyokuhlangabezana nakho Nkosi ngicela ungiphe amandla ungigcwalise ungiphe isibindi kwakunzima ngifuna uqamba mama kwakunzima ngendlela kwakunzima ngayo ngangibona ukuthi nomhlaba ngathi usuncane emgaka Kepha uNkulunkulu-ke bangihawela ngoba ngathi mangifika ngimbuka ngoba waqala umqondo wakho ukhasi wangasididekile kodwa ngasho ngathi uNkulunkulu akehluleki nabazalwane nje ababengithwalisile nabo ngizulisa ukubonga ngoba kwakunje izingcingo ngapha nangapha bekhuleka bengikhulekisa angizange ngidinge omningi ngoba babethi mabengifonela bathi makukhona usizo ngidinga iyodwa mangicela ngisho ukuthi Nkosi ngicela umkhuleko okunye nokunye wasemhlabeni ngidinga umkhuleko nje ingane yami ibe right uphela yibe yonke engangikhulekela ngithi nje Nkosi ngiyanusa noma ngabe kuthiwa ngene kanjani ngicela iba nje ungihawukele
yazi ma njengoba nami ngumzali ngicabanga lento ofane ngabe ukuyona ke manje nangu Mondli uyeqile yonke lento usinde waphepha waze waba umqemane ngaphezulu kwaloko kokuqala nangu ubuyela back manje ubuyela khona la kwehlakala lezinto khona uyofuna impilo khona futhi ngiyayibuza ukuthi mina ngangiyokwenza njani ngangiyephatha kanjani wena ulala kanjani ebusuku
yabo nje eqala nje kuphindela khona ngaye ngiyathandaza ngathi kodwa Nkosi yami angeke ngikwazi ukumshintsha into ayithandayo mangase ngimsusa kule nto ayithandayo ngizomenza ukuthi ashintshe umqondo athathe indlela engekho right ngathi Nkosi wena ngikwethembile ukuthi namanje usazohamba naye yabo ngendlela enza ngayo kumele ngibuka uNkulunkulu ngesijawuvu wesibani ngoba indlela eyiyona mina ngase ngithi Jesu angazi noma usazokwazi lo muntu ukuqhubeka kanjani kodwa into ayisho nje ma esesibhedlela ethi ma mina kushuthi kuphelile nje ngempilo yami ngisho ngithi mntanami akuphelanga uNkulunkulu usazoba nawe usazokupha amandla wena nje kuphela manje yiba kulesi simo kusona ubhekane naso ukuze sikwazi ukudlula siqhubekele kwenye impilo ngoba manje uzoyithatha lento uyigcina enhlizweni yakho ulokhu ucabanga uzokwenza ukuthi ungabe ukwazi ukushesha ukupick up wena tshela uNkulunkulu manje ukuthi Nkosi la ngikhona ngicela manje ukuba ngidlulela kwenye level ngiphume la esibhedlela ngiphinde ngikwazi ukuphinde ngibuyele egemini ngidlale
manje bake lo muntu owalimaza uMondli ezobe senkantolo kusukela kule nyanga ezayo ukuyicabanga into yakho ukuthi uyafuna ukwazi iqiniso ukuthi wayemsukele ngano wakho
yebo ngiyafuna ukulazi iqiniso kodwa iqiniso angilazi lophuma nini ngoba muthi uyayibheka lento le angiyazi ukuthi ngayichaza kabili ngingasho ukuthi mhlasimpe ingoba wathi mayembuka wabona umuntu omnyama phela usezweni lakhe angazi okwesibili lento noma ngithi ngiyayibheka ngeke umuntu afika adlala igame kudlala igame manje kuwina igame mase kuthiwa siyahanja kwejajulisa bayiwinile wena usuwakhela uzungu usuthi uma uphuma uthi ufuna icap yakho usuyashawa ngoba mayisho lo muntu ngiyazi amkhombe ngumkhomba lomlungu akamazi futhi akakaze beze baqabane nalaba behleli khona belokhuza beqeda igame bejabulisa akakaze beze ezaqabane namuntu okuzona ukuthi abathi ababona isikhathi emshayo ukuthi bathi umlungu khona othi wabona wathi wayelokho embamba isandla emcela uqobo ethi makukhona la ngibone kodwa ngicela ebhizi eyishayela kuyibhola la ingqikithi angiyazi kodwa ngiyayifuna ukuyazi ukuthi imbangela kwakusukaphi
Mamsibongile, you've raised a remarkable young man. He's only 22 years old, but what a remarkable young man, and he's going to do amazing things. Bese nje ukuthi nawe ukuthi umubuka umntwana ubone kuyena ukuthi abazali banjani. Siyabona kuMondli ukuthi umzalo njani, siyabonga.
Yebo ngiyabonga nawe.
Mondli Khumalo there is Mondli Khumalo's mother. Mondli, that's not all though. Your mom, I mean, is absolutely amazing, and we had to let her know of that. But somebody else wanted to say something to you, and we figured, let's play you this as well from the many people that are supporting you. Have a listen to this.
Hey Mondli, it's Cam. Just a quick message from me to say, glad you got home safe, and hope you enjoyed seeing your family, and a massive good luck for your season ahead with the Tuskers. I hope it goes well, and I'm sure you'll smash it as much as you've smashed it this side this year. You've been absolutely amazing, and we're all missing you so much already, and we cannot wait to have you back next season. Cheers, mate.
Who's that, Mondli?
That's my close friend in England.
He's not the only one. Have a listen to this as well.
Hello Mondli, I'm glad to hear you've got back to South Africa safely. We're all missing you very much already, and just like to say how proud of you we are for the remarkable recovery you've made from last year. It was great to have you back this year, and we're so grateful you made the effort to come back. You played some unbelievable cricket once you got going. It was fantastic to see, and we're all very excited to keep an eye on your progress back in South Africa, and we can't wait to have you back next year. Love you, mate. Lloydie.
There's obviously, Mondli, an appreciation for you back in England.
Oh, from me?
Yeah, I mean, they obviously, I mean, you can hear from the voice notes of your teammates there. They appreciate you. They appreciate, the effort that you put in. But that's not all. Have a listen to this one here. There's another one for you.
First of all, I'd like to say shout out to Mondli. Shout out to him. I think what we experienced before isn't the same as it is now. Things have been from bad to us being happy as a family. Really love him a lot. He has shown great courage, fighting for himself, making sure he's recovering well, making sure he's eating well, and making sure he's never looking back. Because if he did look back, everything would have changed on his side. So we're really grateful that he has woke up, because it doesn't matter how much you back down, but how much you back up.
Listen to that, Mondli. People obviously sending you messages of love, close people to you, people all the way in England. I've got a last one before I need you to wrap up. And, thank you so much for sharing this space, by the way, and sharing this inspirational conversation. But your sister wanted to say something as well.
Oh, lo khulumayo unokulunga wakakhumalo sisika Mondli Khumalo. Yo, ngithanda nje ukubonga uNkulunkulu ngento asenzele yona ngoMondli. Kuyisimo ebesibhekane naso somndeni bekunzima okwangempela. Angifuna ukuqamba amanga. Ngalesikhathi last year sithola ukuthi uMondli usesibhedlela, kwakunzima ngisho ukuthi ngiye emsebenzini. Kwangavumi. Kodwa ke imkhuleko iyona yasiza yamsindisa ubhuti wami.
Mondli?
Yes.
Your dad. You spoke about your father. Wherever he is, whatever the other side of the world is, he must be very proud of you.
Yes.
He must be very proud of you.
Yes.
We're proud of you, and we're grateful for everything that you're doing, and wish you so much luck.
Thank you a lot.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
That is Mondli Khumalo, all the way out in KZN. A feel-good story. Yes, it was tragic in the middle, but it's always about the triumph at the end, isn't it? It's always about what we do with what we are given. It's very easy to say, I'm never going back to the UK. I'm never going back to the source of my pain and my hurt. But perhaps therein lies your joy, your happiness, and maybe even your purpose. Thank you for sharing our story. But there's more stories to be told here on the Mighty Metro FM.